Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Cloven D. Bastasa Jr. and today we'll be discussing about our podcast and my special guest today is my beloved father.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Clovin G. Bastasa. I'm the father of Clovin Bastasa Jr. or Tom Tom. So I would like to say something about leadership.
So today our topic is about the scenario given to us. The scenario that are given to us is about Maria and James. And this is the topic 1, the role of communication and conflict resolution. So, the scenario was given to us. Maria and James are the team members working on a group project for their leadership class. While dividing tasks, James insists of handling the technical parts, claiming Maria lacks the necessary skills. Feeling undervalued, Maria confronts James, leading to an argument that disrupts the team's progress. Their professor notices the tension and encourages them to practice effective communication to resolve their conflict. Maria and James agreed to meet and discuss their concerns. And during the meeting, Maria shares her feelings of being sidelined while James explains his intention was to ensure quality work. They both acknowledge the misunderstanding and agreed to collaborate on the technical tasks and commit to the clearer communication moving forward. This resolution not only improves their teamwork but strengthens their relationship and project outcomes. So we have given a discussion question. So the first question will be, how does effective communication help in identifying the root cause of a conflict within a team organization? Based on the scenario that you are given and you have already read.
Okay, as per observed, there are two persons who are now being merged for a project, which is Maria and James. In reality, sometimes we agree and disagree for for our kind of skills or how to how to impress or to express what we are. What I mean is, if myself I'm experienced for a technicality or technical aspects, then uh, that's the time I would volunteer. I would be the lead for the technical parts. As but of there are some times that we make to understand also that the problem, or if you are giving a scenario like this, so would you agree both side or both you or your partners for the possible output in your projects? So what I mean, even right now I am a public servant. Of course, there's sometimes what we call this agree. There's sometimes ordinances that we have to talk, and sometimes people, based on their opinions, they disagree, but sometimes also the other side would agree. So it depends. End of the day, would be the result would be positive outputs, then everybody would be go ahead for that. Next, in other side also, if you are going to work as a private company, and of course we have a team, which is why we have a one goal. What we call that is one race, one team. So we set the target, then we accomplish what's needed. So if you are in the different areas, just example, if you are in the sales department, so the sales department will go or will make their job to hit the quota. Then the other part, the admin side, you are the support of the sales department. So whatever the need of the sales department, etc., you have also do your job to hit as being what we call uh, one team, one race, and same with if you are giving what we call this a projects, then both of you given a time, then absolutely you have to agree for the positive output of your projects. That's it. So the communication is very clear, and the 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 bread and butter for this kind of scenario, since sometimes people having differences for what we call this, for different you know different ideas. So I conclude that if you have uh, same views for what you want to be the result, then that's it. You agree whatever happens. Sometimes disagree and disagree, but in the end, uh, you agree for the positive output. I
Oh,
think that's what I can observe for the question.
oh, that's a splendid answer and very reasonable experience. That is based on experience, I think, and that is very long. And the second question is, in what ways can active listening contribute to resolving conflicts and improving team dynamics? On based on the scenario, also.
Once the person uh, reason out that, hey, I need we need to talk, then that's the time, what we call this, stop and listen. Sometimes people pretentious for being a good one, but in reality they cannot. So meaning, if there's any query or any actions that involve uh, for the results that he thinks or she thinks, it is not, what we call this, it is not suit for, or that's what she calls the differences, then you have to listen, because listening is the right way to determine what's the problem, especially for your task or your subjects.
Okay, and splendid also answer. And the next one is, as a leader, or how can a leader encourage them or to open their communication to prevent conflicts before they escalate? Like, how will be a leader?
A top leader is not a one-sided person. If you're a leader, you have to listen both of them first, seek what's the problem, then of course you have to seek for the solution. Problems always have a solution. So if you're a true leader, then you have also to learn that what's the major problem that they encounter and what's the best solution. For being a leader is not just aggressive, but for being a leader, know the problem and know the solution. That's it.
Okay, and the fourth question is, what are some common barriers to effective communication during a conflict? And how should we overcome it?
The common barriers for the communication, I think that some people did not listen. Uh, we have, we call this a pride, the ego. The ego is the one problem of all this. Since if the person know that he has edge, or the what we call this, the advantage, or the total skills in this uh, particular activity, and he or she feel that her team or his team is, you know not totally particular in this kind of activity, then that's the time. So that became conflict. But otherwise, The best solution for that is uh, you have to also to listen. You know, listening to somebody also builds and become you strong in in the end, since listening is not just particular what we call this uh, uh, down, not particular down yourself, but of course listening is a one way to catch up or to learn something. So that's the difference, and that's the best, I think the best idea how to resolve it, or how to resolve that problem.
Okay, thank you. And the last question for the discussion questions is, how can the resolution of a conflict through communication enhance collaboration and overall team performance?
The collaboration, of course, the communication is the one factor to make what we call uh, projects to be what we call to be done in a right and smooth uh, presentation after all, since if you disagree and agree, but in the end if you make a solution, it will proceed to the conclusion that both of you learn something, you know. The collaboration of this is, even if the grade 1 student collides with the high school student, of course in the first place they cannot meet, since elementary and high school secondary is different. But if you're in the group and same level, I know that you are in not particular in the same thinking, but you are particular in the same age level or a mindset. So later on, you're amazed that after for the discussion, build a solution, that you collaborate and make it a good conclusion or result.
Okay, thank you. And that's a splendid question. And for my personal question, have you ever encountered it, or as a leader, how will you plan it? I think
Result.
resolve it. Yeah.
And of course, as being what we call this elected official, sometimes your colleagues cannot understand some. I make an ordinances, a few ordinances, seven, I think six ordinances. Some of them first disagree because of something. They are quite critical, to involve, because if you are going to make an ordinances, and it will be payback to you after the people who being involved or who being uh, engaged of this particular ordinance, then they will act against you. Then for me, it doesn't matter. It matters most is that when you help the more than to help few, much better. So in private company, I also encountered that sometimes there's misunderstanding for the sake that our head office is from Manila, then we are in Davao. So sometimes they keep what we call this pretending that Manila is elite person, but Davao is not. So I disagree of that. So try to explain to them that we are both the same. We are both living in one company. Then we have to stick the rule that one race, one team. Then end of the day, the sales will grow. Of course, our boss will happy for that. That's it.
Okay, thank you. That is all for the question today, and I hope you enjoy and listen. What can you say, or well, the last message for us?
What I can say is the people out there, if you're listening today or watching for today, leadership is the kind of what we call this is particular who you are, what you are, it doesn't matter. It belongs to your heart. If you are a true or good leader, so you do your best to help and to assist people. I think that's the only what I can see for today.
Okay, and thank you, and hope you have a good day.
Okay, bye bye.